Welcome back to Power Hour. We are joined by D and Hogue. What's up, Dolby? Look who we got with us today. What do we think?
Packed house. I'm loving it. This is awesome.
Hell yeah. Welcome,
More
D.
than
Welcome,
merry.
Hogue. You guys were just talking in the green room about this possible market equities, at least turning over. What were we saying? What are we thinking?
Well, we have a triple top in the S&Ps on the 30-minute chart, which is typically going to be called a weak high. But we're at the point of control. D and I were both saying, yeah, we don't want to do anything here. We've been back to the IB high so many times, it's almost like it seems like it's used up, but the probability for this thing to roll over and head lower is pretty low. So right now, I mean, me and D are both sitting here with our hands on our butts. And I didn't know I was coming on today. I already took off my eyeliner, so here we are.
Well, you got that makeup remover. Very good. D, I heard you. Mark is talking with D. You're going to be trading the ES, I believe. John, ES as well. Dolby time. It's always a grab bag. What would Dolby time be trading today?
Oh, I don't know. Probably YM as usual. I got burned in NASDAQ today, but it's a little base hit burn though. It's like minus 250, not a huge deal. But honestly, I find these markets very difficult to trade today. I feel like if you didn't catch the uptrend immediately, then you're kind of just chasing. So I'm not sure. I don't feel entirely confident in either direction today, but we will always try. We'll always try.
Okay. Not feeling too confident. That's all right. We'll see what happens here in Power Hour. Before we get really quick, real quick, D, can I get a Delta update from Mr. Hoagland himself?
Yep. Yes, sir. We've got the S&Ps 12,900 positive. We've got the NASDAQ 8,500 positive, and we've got the Dow negative 1,241. Negative in the Dow. That's interesting.
Doing its own thing. D, you're going to say.
Yeah. So we have some liquidity in ES. If I show you my book map.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So around 5101 and 5100. Two things can happen here. You said Delta is positive in ES, Hope?
Yes.
Okay, so if we fill these, that could be a hypothesis for a nice little scalp down into initial balance and through. But if they reverse around this liquidity area, then my hypothesis of another bounce from initial balance high is on. So a couple of things to look out for around that 5100 level. It's a very nice kind of round number. So I'm not going to be doing anything until I see what happens there. And then we're going to have a look at price action.
Very good.
I'm just
that's my take.
Filtering through the dome here. And in the S&Ps, there's 637 on the offer at 51.35 even. About 400 at 51.18, about 350 at 51.20. Just a couple of spots there where we're seeing some kind of concentrated liquidity above the market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so average session range high for me is 51.31, which is where I will be looking for a more confident, higher probability short if we can get up there, if we don't run out of time. But, that kind of matches with what you're seeing on the dome.
Ladder. Did I just say ladder? Just want to do that. Yep.
Ladder. Exactly. Ladder. Yeah.
My American accent. Yeah. Ladder.
Yeah. Ladder.
Quick check on the tilt here. We got 71% short in the NASDAQ, 72% short in the ES, 70% short in YM. So the shorts are kind of building a position in here in the equities. Mm-hmm. We do have plenty of time going into the close. Before we get that Dolby time, let's get that hashtag Power Hour thing going. Tell them what hashtag Power Hour is.
Hashtag Power. Hit us up on X or Instagram. We're trying to take over hashtag Power Hour. If you send us your images, your wins, your memes, we will post it on Power Hour within minutes. You can post it right now and we'll have it in like 20 minutes. We'll post it up. Hashtag Power Hour. Maybe my cat will stop meowing if you do that. So chat, there's incentive for you and for us, so we don't have to hear that anymore. But hashtag Power Hour. I will be prowling the internet for your hashtag Power Hour posts. We are looking for them.
Yes, hashtag power. Getting it off the ground. We are claiming it as ours.
We are.
Is
100%.
ours. So a little bit later in this segment, we'll have some trader wins. We'll have some top quiz results. Don't forget, we got the MOC. Eddie will be keeping an eye on that. Delta throughout. Don't forget earnings after the bell today. We got Visa and Tesla after the bell. So it might be a bit of a muted closing hour here on Power Hour with big earnings coming out after. But you never know. As John says, anything can happen. Anything will happen.
Yes, it will.
So what's coming out today?
Visa and Tesla.
Out with earnings today? Visa and Tesla.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
As Rich was saying, Visa gives a good eye into the spend and consumer here in the States. Seeing how much we go in debt to spend here.
Right.
Pretty much that's what it is. Just how much more in debt are we as a country? We're very good at spending money that's not ours, this country.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can keep that up, D. That's what
no
we do
stops
here.
on those spending limits.
No stops. No stops. Just, until you get margin called. That's when they cut you off around here. So we will see how that plays out. All right.
Check APR.
I know, right? I saw that. All right, checking out some of these markets. All right, hovering around that 17,600 level in the S&Ps. Or the NASDAQ. We are above it, trading 17,637. So we're holding a bit above that, I should say. 5107 in the S&Ps. Crude kind of chilling out, barcoding a bit, and gold off its highs, trading 2337. All right, D. So.
I see somebody's found my stage name from my Rockstar days.
Uh-oh.
In the chat, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Found my... Yeah.
Nice.
It's not like a secret or anything, guys. I did do that career for 20 years under that name.
Oh, did you really? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, DD Nyx, yeah. Nyx was it's obviously a Greek goddess of the night. And I was a night owl. And then at one point I made a song called Goddess Nyx, which was a saxophone instrumental. Nice. And people started calling me D Nyx, D Nyx. And then it kind of just stuck. So it became my stage name.
I thought it was like a Stevie Nicks reference.
That's what I was thinking.
And it was, yeah. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like an homage.
Can I share a picture?
To a legend.
Can I share a picture from your music days?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, let's see this.
When I was young.
Lefty, eh? Lefty. Cool.
Yeah.
Lefty, yes.
Oh, very nice.
Well, yep, that explains.
It was actually on an
ITV.
Lefty. Yeah. So yeah, a few things, wacky and thinking out of the box.
All right.
Slightly nuts.
Dude, what's your trade ideas right now for indices? I'm kind of leading bearish, but it feels like a chop shop.
It's definitely choppy. For me, it's a bit too early. I typically like to look for my positions in another 15 minutes time.
Okay.
That's the time when we start seeing more serious positions flowing into the market. So we might want to check on Delta at that point. My one idea was, because of the P-shaped date that we have, was yet another test of the initial balance high, which is around 50.96. We saw there's a block of orders around 5,100. So that's an entire zone that I will be looking for a long or maybe even a short if we run through that. So it's kind of like a line in the sand area. Mm-hmm. If we start running higher from there, there could be a long position. And then if we manage to get all the way to 51.31, again, it's a zone. So that's the first price point where I would be looking for shorts. And Hogue, you said there's 51.35, some liquidity up there.
Yeah.
So that would be another area to look for shorts if we continue to run higher. Mm-hmm. And purely because we have a P-shaped day, my stats show that I never really managed to get a good short on these days because it is short covering. And that's a lot of money. And obviously we have earnings. Tesla's pretty big. So... yeah, we have to be a bit careful here. We might not have the explosive power hour. They might be waiting for earnings. Sometimes what I've seen happen in ES is that power hour is really quiet, and then the earnings come out, and they just start feeling like the moves that were supposed to happen during regular trading hours literally as the market closes, and you're like, oh, thanks. Like, that's great. It's so annoying.
You took our thunder.
Almost as if they knew.
Yeah, I am worried about getting long just in case people start going risk off into close. So, I mean, otherwise, like, I kind of like the 5-minute range that we have here currently in the YM. But it is nested underneath another 5-minute range. So now it's kind of like a lot of work to do, in my opinion, to get back to the upside. But if I was going to take a long, I mean, cheap to me does seem like 38,695, but I just don't know if it's going to do what it did yesterday and just roll all the way over during power hour and got back to like roughly within range. I just don't
so
know
one thing that was different yesterday, because I was actually on that trade and I managed to catch it higher than you guys because I was in at 50.69. Why? Because I had an average session range high around that level. So it was a high probability selling point for me. I don't have that now. The only thing that I have is a 4-hour supply that is pretty strong, but it's in the middle of nowhere if you look at it on the daily chart. So that's one thing that I don't like from like a higher time frame chart location, and the P-shaped day. But delta is negative. So if that continues to build, obviously there'll be some shorts here.
Yeah, man.
So I'm not too crazy about any trades here. It is tempting, but for me, it's not a good trade location yet.
Yeah. If we can get down to maybe 38,681, I could be interested in trying a long in the YM off the bounce. It could be...
See that?
It could be a trade. Because all I've been doing is making higher lows on pretty much every 5 minute, higher lows.
Mm-hmm.
Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. This is,
until recently.
Until it's a higher lows until you put on a long, and then it's lower lows, lower highs, right? But this is where like But this can be like where if you only show up for 1 hour of the trading session, you kind of have to like adapt to what happened previously in the day, and to see if now during power hour is it going to be a reversion or a continuation. And if you haven't been in tune with the markets the entire time, it can take a little bit of work to get caught up.
Dolby, with the range, I feel like we're starting to see in power hour, we see we break out of these ranges more so than not, and we stay stuck in these ranges. Am I reading that right, or what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like we do the range trade, we do see us extend it, I don't know, for this instance, to the downside perhaps if we do break. Kind of the ranges are out the window, so to speak. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, every day is different in the markets, and, we have different news events. This week is an earnings week. I'm not really sure what the markets are up to. I mean, if we're going to go from big to small, I don't have the daily in a range. I don't have the 4-hour in a range. 1 hour is starting to get there. Same with the 30-minute, 15 and 5. So like we are starting to see stuff kind of slow down at, I would say, higher prices of the day. Does that mean that we're going to stay up here? I mean, not necessarily, because you never really know. I don't know what the market participants want to do in regards to earnings. And so I think it makes for a very kind of confusing trade, because ideally, I don't want to think about myself when I'm trading. I want to think about the other market participants. If I get too focused on what I want, then I'm going to start seeing things that I want to see. And to be honest, the market does not care about my opinions. So I need to anticipate what the other participants of the market want to do with their trades. And that can be really hard to do because we don't have a ton of insight. We can, make assumptions based off of volume, based off of ranges, what other indicators we have to try to get that, impart that knowledge from. But it's very tricky. To me, it feels like it kind of wants to roll over, but I
so
don't
here's
know.
some stats that might help.
Please.
So one of the reasons why I enjoy doing ES for the last half hour of the day is because of that reversal. I'm a big reversal trader. Those are some of my favorite setups. And this is why I like to get involved. The only time I shy away from them is on 2 occasions. If we have a P-shaped day, like today, which indicates short covering. And another one is if we had a mad trending day. because then you're going against the directional move. You can still find a good trade as long as you're still in statistical ranges. So we haven't like overshot by a million ticks past them. But as long as we don't have those two conditions, I'm perfectly happy to take a reversal trade. But like I said, we have a P-shaped day, so statistically, a rollover is possible due to the time of day.
Yeah.
But it is less likely on P-shaped days. But well, like you say, we don't know what's going to happen. We can just follow the market close, and whichever side it starts to break out, that's usually the trade to take. The only caveat there is whether we have enough time at the time of breakout before the market closes.
Yeah,
So it's more a timing issue for me for power hour.
Yeah, and it's hard too because I don't have big ranges to really like sink my teeth into, and those are some of my favorite trades. Is like, oh, we're playing a daily range high, and we've bounced off this level for like 3 days. It's like, okay, that to me is like ultra high risk, high reward, awesome return. I'll take that trade 9 times out of 10. But if I don't have consolidations or ranges on big time frames, then I have to use, I feel like, smaller levels that maybe aren't as powerful intraday. Like a 30-minute consolidation is kind of forming. So that's kind of why I kind of want to wait for 38,681, is because I want to try to play the biggest range I can find, because that's where the most value is for my system. And it's hard to find those trades and trending markets like this that are kind of getting slows, because I have to rely on weaker levels for this system.
A lot more noise, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, look at YM, like we're range bound completely on the 5-minute, and it's holding up pretty good support. Like that's higher lows. Like there it is again, like on the 5-minute at 38,700.
Sounds like it's a slow crawl.
It
in one direction rather than a range.
I mean, we haven't moved.
No.
What's your guys' opinion though? I mean, we have a very strong moves in the indices, and we're kind of holding highs going into, more earnings. To me, this would be bullish. In my opinion.
I mean, if I look at stats from my just to rely on probabilities, P-shaped days tend to give slight continuations into the end of the day. This is why I say I don't like going against them. Yeah. Every time I try to fade a P-shaped day, it never really, like, even if it's some kind of profit, it's never like a nice big D trade. It's always like, oh, you get like, a few points. That's it. Like,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like pulling teeth a little bit. So, I mean, hopefully what can happen during power hour is that if I can spot some, wonkiness in the ladder, or what is it called, like a vibration, something weird, I might hop into a trade. But the ladder is not giving me any significant moves here that it says it wants to do something.
I call it flurry of activity.
Wiggle.
Oh, a flurry.
Yeah. A flurry, yes. Because things start happening as more orders and more participants are kind of going in. And you are more likely to see that towards the end of the session when we get the MOC orders coming in.
Or a woozy woo.
Woozy woos, right.
Woozy woo. Yes, that's right.
Wiggles, woozy woos. Yeah. Your favorite W word. But I'm not seeing it. It's just very consistent sort of up and down price action in the ladder.
Slow. Yeah.
Yep.
It's very slow. Very slow.
Flat line.
Yeah, so we wait. We wait.
Yes,
we don't want to just do trade for the sake of trading, So we have to wait for some sort of movement to happen. Otherwise, we're just in stupid trades, right?
Hey, D, question here from the chat. Is D saying P-shaped? Does that mean up and then consolidating sideways?
Yeah, so it means you have a pretty strong run up straight from the open, and then you build a distribution curve at the top part of the profile, thereby looking like a P-shaped day. And that indicates short covering, which means people who were short had to bail out of their positions, which brings that explosive movement at the beginning of the market.
I've got it on the profile on my screen. If you want to share that.
Let's take a look.
So here's that P
Yeah.
shape, driving higher and then consolidating at, in the upper third of the entire profile. It looks like a
that's
P.
a very good point, actually.
Mhm.
Upper third of the profile, because I've had a couple of traders with me who are like, "Oh, it's a P-shaped day," and it's like pretty evenly distributed with a little bit of a maybe 8-period buying tail sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's not really a true P-shaped day. Like I get it. It looks sort of like a letter P, but it's not an explosive move. Then consolidates. So we have to be a little bit careful with definitions there. Top third of the profile is where you want to see the little belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I have more of a B-shaped profile.
I got you. Took me a second there. I got you.
That's
B,
a
I
very
can't
good
take
joke
credit
there,
for
Hope.
this, but Mount Journey says instead of DD Nix, you could be DD Tix now.
Hey.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
Hey.
There's your trader name.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
We left it all messed up.
Certainly better than some of the names that I've been given in the past. One of which was, I think you know this, Hope. Wicked Witch was one of them.
That's right.
Come on.
That's not nice.
The reason being is because I would call reversals almost like to within a couple of ticks because of the average session ranges that I use. I'll be like, oh, just be careful of, for example, 51.31. Don't try and buy into it. And then it turns around and they're like, what the hell? You got a crystal ball or something? And I was like, no, man, just a level. and he's like, yeah, man, that's just some Wicked Witch stuff. And I'm like, no,
Wicked Witch, wait,
cool,
finish
Wicked
that?
Witch. Yeah.
It's
It's only wicked if you're fading. If you're fading D, then it's wicked. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
you're like your levels are awesome.
I mean, they're high probability levels. That is the whole point. So, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect and every time, waiting for levels, because obviously I'm human, I'm not a robot. But, when I'm at the top of my game, I am very difficult to sway from my plan. And I'm kind of getting back to that. And evidently with the P&L, so I'm nicely dragging myself out of the drawdown, and it's not going to be too long now.
Very nice.
This week has started really, really nicely, so let's keep it going.
Yeah,
Excellent.
This YM chart right now on the 5-minute is ridiculous. Look,
Looking
we have 2 5-minute bars that printed identical spinning tops back to back, and we're about to print a third. I don't know the last time I've ever seen that. Dude, what is going on? I know, this is crazy. It's totally symmetrical.
Very indecisive.
Very indecisive.
Here's some wiggle. All right, we just hit the bottom of the hour. 2:30 Central
some
here.
wiggle,
Got a little
some
wiggle
soda
coming in.
skimming.
Okay.
We're going to keep an eye out for MOC. Eddie's scanning for that. Typically, we're not getting it till a little bit later in the day now, probably around quarter till. It's maybe about 15 minutes. We'll keep an eye on that. But currently, we are just trading sideways, which is all right. NQ, look at the tilt. 73% short, 67% short on the ES. So that's where I've got a little bit of a bias to the downside here, looking at equities. But we do have... we got 30 minutes left in this session. We got a whole lot of nothing going on. So like D said, we will be patient. We will outweight this market. As Dobie says, we can't stay in this range forever. So
Most certainly will not.
There is a third possibility, though, because of the earnings coming out later. There are some days where they do absolutely nothing. I like to say on my live stream where I'm a little bit more profane, F all.
Really?
I swear a lot on my live streams. Obviously, I'm trying to keep it PG here, but if you come onto my live streams, there's a lot of F-bombs thrown
like
around.
it, D. Wow.
Oh, man.
Take
the cuffs off. Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm just hoping something happens so you guys will invite me back on Power Hour sometime.
Dolby, here we go again. When someone comes on Power Hour, they take the blame for the market not moving. I love it.
Well,
we just sit back and let them do that. We sit back and let them do that.
They're just afraid of. They're afraid of John. They're like, oh no, John is here. Oh god.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hogue, a 15 lot cures all ailments. So you find a place to put a 15 lot on, I think the market is gonna start moving.
Put it on anywhere, it'll go against me.
Just let us know so we can go on the other side, so someone will win.
There you go.
Yeah, so we're stuck in the 5-minute range. I did want to buy it. We didn't get that far down there. I mean, some possible if you had to get into a trade, like you could consider shorts at 38,718. You could consider longs at 38,697. But like, we got to get out of this 5-minute range. That is very tight, very, 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 very tight. Yeah, this is. I'm going to upgrade this.
So just looking at bookmap, one thing I'm not liking here is that we had some sellers that came in, and then we immediately got some buyers. Now we have some sellers again. So that's not really very single direction. It just looks like it's still very dead. You know,
it's going to move. I know it's going to. It always does something.
Going higher, unless of course it goes lower.
Of course.
There is that.
Very profound.
That is
very profound.
That is wise.
Big secret.
That is wise.
Of trading. Yes, it will go up unless of course it goes down.
Got that from the Witch's Grimoire.
Yeah, is that book for sale on Amazon? Is that a trading book?
There's actually a book on theory for guitar called the Guitar Grimoire.
Oh, really? That seems pretty like a fun read.
It's like reading math, because basically music is math. But they did get the name from because like a witch's grimoire is her book of spells.
Yeah. Just a book of chords. A little bit of a bid in YM. Is NQ following suit here?
Not like the Dow. Not like the Dow, but yes, good catch there, Dolby. We'll see if we can get out of this range. Upside, if we can break out. Here we go.
Can we get above 38,000?
35s? I'll say 38,735, maybe a little bit more. 735, you get out of this range.
Man.
25 minutes left here.
I mean, it'd be a cheap short.
John, can we
have an
update? Can we have an update on the Delta?
Great question.
Yes, of course. 12,300 positive in the S&Ps, 8,500 positive in the Nasdaq, and negative 1,100 in the Dow. I don't think it's really changed all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's keeping me out of the long trade idea of the bounce from continued bounce higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, people saying power hour is more like nap hour today, and it's not our fault. It's the market.
Not wrong.
I know.
But there is opportunity.
We could juggle, play guitar, sing, dance. Maybe we could do something like that.
Put makeup on, John.
Guyliner. Well, what we could do actually right now, why don't we check out some trader wins and some top quiz results if we have them, because 25 minutes left in this session. So James, if we got your choice, dealer's choice, which one first?
Well, we got JD here, and I've got
JD,
the quiz winners.
Oh,
here we go. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Everybody in the chat, get ready. Quiz winners coming at you. There they are. I didn't get a chance to look over these, so I didn't pick out any good ones.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Do you see one?
No, I'm selling one in YM.
Okay. Playing the range there?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing bad. FadeMP.com. I don't know about that. You got a good one today for the house.
We should lock in that domain. For sure.
FadeMP.com. I did see MP did buy a domain name today. I did not see which one it was, but I forgot.
He's got a million of them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he picked up a new one today.
Collection.
Add to the portfolio there. Yes. What was it, Danielle? Put it in there. What did we get? What was that? Danielle was very excited with the list. So yeah. Let's see what it is. We did. Very good. All right. How about Trader Wednesday?
FadeMP.com is one of them.
Oh, was it really? It really was? Jeez, oh God.
Danielle says, yeah.
Nice. It really was. Oh, here's some wins. Very cool. Dolby, your favorite. Colorado. Oh,
Love
you
'em.
got a trade on? All
I
good.
do, yeah. I shorted one YM at 38,725. I'm going to try to add one more short at 38,738, and let's just see if this range rejects and we head back lower. Probably my last trade in this 50K account because we already had one loser. I have a personal daily loss limit of $500 as set in Topstep X. Love the trader wins. We got some people taking payouts. I love seeing the base hit payouts.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also think Tanya here might be the influencer, Tanya, but I don't want to make any assumptions here. But 25K for a payout is very, very nice. And if you haven't joined our Discord, we actually do live stream the payouts in real time, which is pretty sweet. So definitely check that out in Discord. Yeah, that's some
I'm
big
curious
money.
now too.
Big money.
Is that who we? How do we find out if that is who we think it is?
I don't know.
I follow her on Twitter. She's actually by I think her parents are Croatian, so we actually speak a similar language. So yeah, I think she hit 50K in her XFA. So they're moving her to live.
Wow.
So she took half of it down, obviously. So I think that's the reason why. So it's definitely Tanya trades.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Very nice.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And
good to see
Dolby
women.
sent this
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Dolby sent this image in. I don't have any context behind it though. You want to explain this one, Nick?
Let's
I'll try to figure it out. Yeah, so it's just a super solid trade in NQ. Like this person got long pretty much the bottom of the range and held it for looks like quite a while and just scalped a bunch of, take profits on the way up. It's a super impressive trade. I think what's interesting is like the more and more like we post winning trades, the more and more similar they all look. Like the anatomy of a winning trade is relatively the same between all traders, no matter what.
What do you mean, Dolby? What do you mean?
Well, because you buy and you hold, right? It's exactly right, Hug. Like you cannot get out of that. There's that's what it is. You buy low, sell high, buy low. Every single winning trade will basically look the same in some form or fashion. It will just have a different chart pattern associated with it. But yeah, it's great trades. But yeah, I mean, go to Discord and look at all the winning trades in trade of the day. They're all very, very similar. All very similar, which is cool. We're in the money in this YM short. Fantastic.
Nice entry.
Nice.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, not a problem. And hopefully we get yeah. I mean, it's hard. You're trying to describe someone else's like trade and like system and strategy, but I think it is cool looking at, what the anatomy of a winning trade, and they pretty much do all look very, very similar.
It's a good title for a book.
The anatomy of a winning trade. I like that. It's going to sell a lot. I can assure you that.
It's going to be 2 pages. One is buy low, sell high. The other one is sell high, buy low, and that's it. 2 pages. There you go. Exactly right.
By Dr. Dolby.
Yeah.
Dolby time.
Well,
if anything's moving right now, gold's kind of taking a dip to the downside. That's about all we got here. We got about 20 minutes left in the session. Not a whole lot going. Eddie, if you're there watching that, please let us know about MOC. I mean, we got a lot of nothing right now, which is okay. Don't forget, we got Tesla and Visa after the bell. Tomorrow morning, I did take a quick peek. We got AT&T, we got Boeing, and we got IBM tomorrow morning. That's correct. So maybe we're just going to kind of wait. We got Meta after the bell tomorrow as well. IBM after the bell tomorrow. After the bell. So we got Boeing, AT&T, Boeing. That should be interesting. Boeing should be a very interesting one. I wonder how that Boeing call is going to go. Good luck to you.
So we now have a block. We have a block of liquidity around 5111 to 5113 roughly. That wasn't there just a minute ago.
Right up against the high of the day. So not surprised that there's some interest there. One way that I like to play these, if they stay, is to actually watch a very low time frame, or even something like a Renko chart or a tick chart, like 500 ticks or something. Once the price gets up against them, if you get a reversal, sometimes that can lead to a very nice trade. Again, I'm not sure it's going to happen today because we have a lot of stuff against Any big moves?
against the big moves because of the
Yeah.
earnings. But that would be how I would play it if we were like on a normal day and not earnings season. And they keep building.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
can
trying
see
to
that in
add
the
one more.
change in the heat map.
Yeah, I'm going to add one more short at highs, or our last previous highs here. So I'll try to add one more short at 38,747, and then we're just going to ride this until we get stopped out for the day. So
You should get the fill there.
we got the fill. So now we're short 38,737.
Did you get the fill on the 47s? It upticked it. I don't know if
I
you
did.
got that.
I got 47 on the dot. So now we're
Damn.
short 3 average. Yeah, we got
Beautiful.
the tick.
Beautiful
So,
fill.
I mean, we'll see what happens now. So, yeah, I'm just going to accept all $250 worth of risk. We're just going to accept all of it. Hopefully, we turn lower. We'll try to do a take profit at 38,700, and then maybe 680, and then we'll hold the last one till the end.
Nice entry there.
You know, Hogue, it looks pretty good right now. We'll see if it looks good in about 10 minutes. See if it looks good in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically value high for the day. There's no weak high in the Dow.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're in cruise control now. This is in the market's hands, and whoever else is buying and selling out there, I just hope they're sellers. That's all I hope for.
Let's see if we can get Dolby some selling action here in the Dow. I think selling off. Gold is selling off a little bit after hours. Besides that, everything's just kind of chilling out. Maybe wait for earnings after the bell here. P-shaped like D said.
Gold has been a good puppy to me recently.
Has it? Gold has been. Gold
Very
has been.
nice.
I've never traded gold. Is it fun, D? Is trading gold fun?
It's you have to get it at the right times of day. And if you get that wrong, it can just destroy you in seconds, kind of like NASDAQ, but it's not as nervous intra-candle as NASDAQ. So once it starts to run, typically it just runs. But obviously there are many, many days in gold that are also range-bound. Again, some more stats. Gold actually does trend 42% of the time when you're looking at larger sample sizes. Where some other markets, they will only trend between 25 to maybe 35%, and that includes ES and crude oil.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was actually quite surprising to me as well.
Yeah.
I will try to sell highs, the recent highs again. Not highs, but like 38,747. Let's try it again.
Okay.
If it wants to keep
The
on
sell
going up
block
there,
that we had
I will keep on selling.
So the sellers that we saw earlier on Bookmap are now few and far between. They're kind of patchy. Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. Wait, make them come back, dude.
Some of them are back again.
Oh, okay, good.
They are back. Strangely enough, just as you said that, Dolby.
They were listening.
I was worried for a second. I was worried for a second.
It's the Goldman interns.
It is the Goldman interns. Yeah, they heard us. Yeah, they're watching TopstepTV.
There they are.
Yeah, right? Hey, there they are.
Those guys.
I think it's more the case of us getting close to MOC orders, and when that happens, everything gets a little bit wacky on Bookmap. A lot of people are trying to place trades and stuff. Yeah, so I wouldn't, without price action around it to go in that same direction, it means very little.
Yeah.
What a power hour.
Some levels
that
we're
this
looking
is
to break here.
Not fun.
No, not really.
Well, if you're having fun in the audience, please click like, please click subscribe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe the market will hear us and we'll get this market pumping here, but please we are
somebody give equities like a line of Coke or something.
Poke it with the stick.
Well, wait. I think it took your offer, D. I think it took your offer.
I don't have a guy anymore.
Some price action.
We did see some price action. Here we go. We just hit 45.
Yes, we are. Some sellers are here, even in ES.
Yep, I called. They showed up. Thank you, friends. So we got below 38,723. We got below that, so that makes me happy. I don't trade my P&L, so even though I was down in the day, we're holding this for structure, not holding it for profits.
Mhm.
Profits will come if we follow our plan. And so we're going to hold here.
Very wise
and wait.
words.
We're going to wait.
Yep.
Got that
was
positive
the plan
delta still?
for May.
Take your time.
Are we shocking it?
Why do you look so different in your photos, dude?
I don't know. Funny thing happens.
Has anybody else
thing
noticed
happens.
that? Like the other day on my Twitter, like a photo popped up, and I'm like, "Oh, who's that? Oh, it's Dolby." Really?
It's Dolby time.
Well, you should see me play drums,
like,
because that's like a
oh.
totally different human being. Because I play drums in a death metal band, and it's like, really, you? What are you doing in a death metal band? I like going fast. That's why. That's why I'm in a death metal band. I like playing fast. That's it. I don't have any leather, no tattoos, not into the fashion. I just love playing fast. Yeah.
Respect.
Double bass? Oh, yes. No, one bass drum, because who wants to carry around 2 bass drums? That seems so silly.
Do you have a double pedal?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got many. I probably have close to $1,500 worth of double pedals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thinking about selling my drum set. Want to buy it?
I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I got enough.
Why?
Eddie.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's a beautiful drum set. I mean,
It's a beautiful drum set.
I put a link in chat. You guys can watch that. That's from a show from a while ago.
Sweet.
Not my drum set. Not my drum set. Oh man,
We're selling off there, Dolby.
I thought we were.
All right, we got about 12 minutes. John, one last Delta reading. John is still around 12,700.
12,600, almost 700, still there for the S&P. The NASDAQ, 8,100 positive. Dow, negative 900.
Thank you. All right.
900.
Last one we'll ask.
Nothing really usable there.
Not really.
Don't blame this on me. I did not stop the markets.
I love it, man.
Someone did.
I love it.
Someone did.
Who hit the pause button? We got 70% short crude. Looking for something here. 73% short gold. Everything else in the equities kind of 50-50. I guess 65% short in the NQ. Something there. But we might just ride this in sideways into the close here. They're coming up on 50. 10 till the close. See what happens there. 10 minutes, 30 seconds.
Are they doing the thing with the earnings again, where they don't announce what time they're actually gonna come up with a number?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still a thing?
Well, no, they have times. I'm seeing on Financial Juice they do have times. For instance,
Yeah.
I got the Visa earnings call is at 4 o'clock Central, and Tesla earnings call 4:30 Central. You're talking about the actual earnings? No.
Yeah.
Yes, 3:05 and 3:05. So about 5 minutes after the bell here, we'll get some earnings.
Man.
According to the juice.
Colby,
what's the name of your band?
Beyond Death, DETH.
Beyond
Like
Death,
that.
the afterlife.
Yeah. They've been around for a long time, actually. They've been around for 10 years, I think. So I've only been in the band for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but excellent group of guys.
Here comes some
they
sellers.
helped me. Yeah, loving this.
Yeah.
But I got to go on tour for a first time ever. With them.
God,
It was awesome.
I lived on the road.
It's hard, man.
We've got from our good friend Sashwat, 402 million to the sell side. They've not gotten this yet on the juice.
You
wonder why.
All right.
Thank you.
It's not the biggest number.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No.
I'll see if these NASDAQ can go get down to the 17,600 level. We'll see what it does with that. S&Ps maybe gives 5,100s a test. We'll see. We will see.
Yeah, I am not super this price action to me feels a little bit gross, but we're just gonna hold because I don't trade momentum. I don't understand momentum, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do and add that to my toolbox of trading skills. I just trade shapes, so we let shapes play out.
What is gross price action?
It's just so sloppy. It's like, and we're not getting like the movement I want for a downside move. Like we shouldn't be catching bids into close. Like we should be selling off. If you want to be short, they should be going down, not up. But you never know. Like I just don't know. So we're just gonna wait and see. It hasn't broken. My trade idea isn't invalid yet. It just feels worse than it looks.
Dolby, you have some fantastic adjectives.
Yeah.
It's all that private schooling. It's finally paying off. It only took 38 years. All right, let's see. I will short one more at 38,748. That would be my fourth contract. Let's see if we just.
Now we're getting into moron trade here.
No, because I got a personal.
Well, you
daily
know
loss
what your
limit.
risk is. You know what your risk is.
Personal daily loss limit. We'll get locked out at 500-ish. It's not like I don't have a loss limit and I'm just YOLOing, hoping that this goes back down again. Like,
well, your story any way you want to.
Yeah, I mean, risk is managed. We're good.
NASDAQ catching it off for a little bit here. Dow just kind of does its own thing.
Mind of its own.
Yeah,
it really does.
It's pretty divorced from the other two, isn't it? On a lot of the days.
It sure can be. On opens and closes, it sure is. That's for certain. I think they're like midday. It kind of gets us active. Here we go. As they come up to that 17,600 level, a couple ticks above right now.
Yeah,
maybe Dow pays attention.
Flat.
Yeah.
Well, if anything's heading lower, maybe YM follows a little bit.
Here we go. Come on, Dow, pay attention. Wake up, Dow.
Let me scare it. Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Man, there was a day last week where YM was literally in its own universe and indices were just melting lower. And YM's like, I don't know. I don't know these people. I don't know. These aren't my stocks. These aren't in my indices.
Yeah.
That's how it was this morning on the open. It was getting hammered on the open. Then NASDAQ and S&P's catching a hard bid. Actually, a rally, I'll call it. That's for you guys to compare.
When overseas money comes into U.S. stocks, it's usually in the Dow. It's the one they know.
Yep, makes sense. All right, we got about 50 seconds here till last liquidity injection.
I got my cat with me.
Scare it again. I'm going to scare it again.
Yeah, I'm hoping Gus here will help me out.
There, I'll scare it.
No dead cat bounces. Not with a cat in my hand. That's how you get a claw to the face.
Yeah. I feel all alone. I don't have one dog. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's spooky.
Beyond death.
Sell this thing.
That
doesn't scare the market.
Speaking of makeup.
Here we go.
Trying to scare the market. Trying to scare the market.
Yeah. We're pulling out all the stops. Come on.
This is
all right, real quick, from Rodney in the chat here. Hogue, my dude, day 10 in my XFA on Topstep X and day 10 of listening to all of you and the risk managers about locking in profits, lockout button, day 10 in a row. Woo! Shout out to Rodney. And we got some breaking news here. For those who qualified for yesterday's fire drill will receive their code today around 3:15 p.m. Central. Nice. So about 20 minutes from now, we're getting these to everyone earlier than expected. That's what we do here at Topstep. Boom. And there we go.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Dow, behave yourself. Let's keep on going. Okay. There we go.
Come on, Dow.
Talking to the trades. Yeah, we're in a great state if we're 5 minutes to close and I have to speak to the market. That means things are going very well.
Wow.
Just push. Let's go range to range, baby. You know you want to.
Right. Some as long as that unwind.
Go range to range.
This S&P chart is just flatlined.
Dead. Yeah.
Now it's starting to move a little bit.
Okay, come on, baby. Come on down. Let's go to break even. Oh, there we go. Feel good. I don't have to sweat as much anymore. We're break even on the trade.
Yeah, breathe. Yeah.
Yes.
Breathe.
All right, NASDAQ coming at 17,600. 3 ticks above that with some sellers in here. S&Ps trading 5104.
Yeah.
See if we get to
Come
those
on,
levels.
come on.
Now seeing some sellers quite nicely for Dolby time here. Coming to the
Love it.
38,700 level. So we're seeing some big
You're
fat
welcome,
round numbers here, and all 3 of them.
Hogue, it was all you. The market did not like your mask.
Scared the
Did
hell
not
out of
like
me.
your mask. All right, we're out 1.
What?
We're out 1.
Right.
We got 2 more left.
We are below the 600s in the NASDAQ. We are right to 700s in the Dow.
We're out 2. We're out 2. We've covered our losses for the day. We're going to hold this last one and see what we can get. So no matter what, we will end up positive now.
Going to 0.
I would never bet against America, Hogue. At least not
We're
once.
selling nicely now in the Dow.
Very nice.
Here we go. We got about less than 3 minutes left in the session.
Can we get
right at 600 in the NASDAQ?
681? Can we get 681? All right. We'll leave 1 order in to cover it. 38,681. Just to see, let's stop run, baby. Let's just stop run. Go all the way down and stop out all those week longs. Try to hold them to earnings.
There's got to be some stops just beneath.
Out.
There's got to be some stops just beneath 700 here, Dolby.
Weakest long is 1 tick below the low.
Easy. You just have to believe.
Yeah.
You just have to believe it.
Yeah. Let the market do its thing.
Cleared the 600s for a minute in the NASDAQ.
Let the market market itself lower, ideally.
All right. So the S&Ps do with 5100s.
Auction lower.
Need the 600s in.
Here you go. A couple more ticks and you're going to hit some stops.
692. Let's break, please.
You're going to hit some stops right under this.
Let's do it. I know it wants to. Let's go. Let's break it. Oh, just come on.
You want to scare it again?
Stop hunters. Got 60 seconds.
They're scared again.
Okay, moving my stop down to above the previous 1 minute. So we'll lock in 205. That put us at 250 on the day. Let's keep on rolling.
Boogie.
Keep on rolling.
Here we go.
Less
than 60 seconds.
Me.
Man, it's holding up. I'm not gonna lie. It is all right. I'm out. So we got 261 positive. So $500 on that trade. All day.
Nice job.
But
nice trade, Dolby.
And we're going to continue that winning streak. So we are positive in every single trading combine that we are trying to pass live. Every single trade taken live on air. Not one trade taken off screen, chat. We're passing this together.
Beautiful.
Nice.
We got Tesla earnings coming up right around the corner here. 10 seconds left in Power Hour. Thank you to everyone. Deanna, Hogue, thanks for joining on such short notice. Dolby, nice trade.
Oh, what a cover. Hey, what a cover. Did you see this bounce from YM?
Eddie, you got
popped. Yeah.
Damn.
Coming up here, 2 seconds, and there it is. Oh,
Hey, nailed it.